Hello everyone, Steven here with Cardboard Coalition. And today I figured I'd bring you kind of a review, but more a review of collecting Star Wars Unlimited, right? So what I really want to look at, and I've been thinking about this is my first collectible card game, trading card game, whatever the term is now for it, that I've ever got into. And as you can tell, I kind of got into it a lot. So here's the thing. I'm a collector at heart. So for me, I want to collect everything up. So to me, it's very interesting to figure out what it is, to how much it costs, or what's the better way to collect up a set, the most cost-effective way. And of course, you can joke and say when it's over, you buy everything. Once it's no longer wanted, you can get it for pennies on the dollar. Probably 100% true. Probably. But right now, in the moment, what's it take? So I have a little breakdown. We're going to do a review of kind of what it means to collect all of it up. I obviously have lots of goodies here. I actually even have some matte tubes over there I didn't put out. I probably should have. But looking at what I got, and a lot of this is just for visual that's here, but it'll help me walk through all this stuff. So here we go. Not necessarily everything I've spent, because I've gotten some of these fancy deck boxes, soft crates, sleeves, even these cards, these starter cards, are all sleeved up. Let's see if I can show you guys without, well, these are clear sleeves. But they have sleeves and everything. So everything's sleeved, double sleeved. Don't ask me why, probably because it's my first collectible card game. But I just want to make sure everything stayed in good condition. So it's not counting all that, just kind of the cards and trying to figure out what the better way is to do this. Especially because Twilight of the Republic is pre-release is on Friday, so in a couple days from filming this video right here. All right, so here we go. There were two sets, if you don't know this. There was the first set was Spark of the Rebellion. Then there was the second set, your Shadows of the Galaxy. And so when I got into this, just a preemptive kind of explanation, I got in right before Shadows came out, right at the end of Spark. So it took some digging and things were a little expensive, but I did my best with extra points I had on cards and stuff to on a credit card, extra points to get a box for about cost and stuff like that, where I was only paying the $119 when it was definitely more than that. All right, so here we go. I have my handy dandy notes. Let's go ahead and dive into reviewing how to collect. All right, so here we go. And these are just the starter boxes, but as I said, here we go. So for Spark, the first set for Spark, I got two boxes, right? Let's see what I got down. Two boxes. I got one pre-release that cost me, I think, double the cost of a pre-release, but I was really excited and was like, okay, I'll spend it. I want to try this pre-release thing out. So two boxes of pre-release and two packs. So it's like a little over 2.1, 2.25, 2.25 boxes, booster boxes worth of Spark. Now, and then with Shadows, I got three booster boxes, and then 10 pre-release boxes. Actually, you might be able to see them or maybe not. I have these kind of little boxes that came inside, so I know I got 10 of them. 10 of these, which equals out to about 2.5 boxes. So overall, I bought for Shadows, five, that would be five, 5.5 booster boxes. I think that was way too much. Now, for singles, I have a full play set of everything for Shadows. That is 3 cards of everything, not counting the starters that I've picked up. So these are the starters for Spark and the starters for Shadows. So it's not counting the cards that are in these starters. It's having a full play set of 3, and a full play set's 3 of every card for Shadows, right? And for Shadows, I spent somewhere around, and I got 3/4 of a box in boosters. So basically, that's what, 18 packs. I've bought in like 18 packs as time's gone on. So that changes it actually to 5, what is that, 6.25 boxes of, or boosters of Shadow. Now with that, and we got a cartoon that needs to smell everything. With that, I still spent $223 getting the rest of the cards to make sure I have that playset, 3 cards of everything, right? So let's see, which one is it? I think they're blue. These are, so I've learned this with collectible card games. You have your like, what extra cards do you have that you want to trade when you go to some of these little fun events where you play? So I did put a thing together where I have some of the maybe wanted cards, some of the nicer cards, rares, extra rares I have. There's nothing super crazy in here. Rare, I guess it's Boba Fett's armor. Rares, some foils that people might like in case people want to trade. Not absolutely everything. I have another binder like this with a whole nother extra set of cards. But anyways, so not that. So here's my shadows. Looks like my cat might have sneezed on it. That's gross. Here's shadows, and I have it in this binder. Let's see if I can open it here like I'm reading to a bunch of preschoolers. And as I look, this is not shadows. This is not shadows. This is Spark. Did I put them in the wrong thing? And this is shadows then. Oh yeah, I could tell by the weight. This is shadows right here. Interesting. I put Spark in blue. Huh. All right, yeah. This is shadows. So I have, when there's missing, I have some missing things in here. It's because I have decks built. But these are play sets of every card. So I have a full play set of every card. So what I'm looking at with this is what it takes to get a full play set, right? So if you want to make any deck imaginable, you have those cards. So with shadows, after buying that many boxes, I have everything and spending about 200 extra, 230 extra. I have everything, but I also, let's see if we can get down in here. Move these out of the way. Well, we'll put this here. This is nice and fancy right there. I have a whole bunch of extra. These are just absolutely 4 times the cards, just extra cards in here. All this stuff right here, if you guys can see, is kind of, this is all my Spark. First set, like that big, all the cards. The rest of this is all these doubles of commons and uncommons. Not even doubles, outside of the play set plus extras I put in a binder. So way too many cards, right? Way too many cards. Bought way too many boosters with shadows. But then with Spark, I've spent $400, $476.09 outside of the boxes that I bought on singles. $476.09 on singles to try to set up decks. Now, granted, a couple of things you have to know is legendaries, which are the most special card that you can get in this, in Shadow are cheaper than in Spark. Also, extra legendaries, I got some extra legendaries. I was able to trade those out, the ones that I had more than 3, and I did. Darksaber, I lucked out. And early on, Darksaber was a good trading card. I was able to trade for like Boba Fett, Incinerator, which is the Boba Fett unit card, and Cunning. It's some of the more expensive cards here, but then I still had to go out and buy some cards. And that's not counting having a friend trade an uneven, lopsided trade with me for just some cards that she wanted and cards that I kind of needed, which were the more expensive cards. But she was kind of like, whatever, give me what you got that you want to trade. And so even with that, I spent for Spark about $400 something, and I'm not even done with Spark. I still have a lot of rares to make full play sets, a lot of rares, couple uncommons, and a handful of legendaries. A few legendaries, a handful of rares, and a couple uncommons I still don't have. So I'm thinking about buying actually one more box when I do the reprint. So I'm not really sure. So here's the thing when you look at it. The best way, I think I agree now after I watched videos before I got into all this and stuff, the best way to do it if you're interested is pick a deck you like and just pay that price. You're going to see a $200 price tag, $300 price tag on a deck of cards. And you're like, woo-wee, that's too much. If you're interested, just pay the price because that's all you're interested in. That's what you get. For me, it was the fun of collecting, but it was also trying to get a full play set of everything. In my mind, I'm a collector, so it's the being able to say, oh, I want to build that deck, go ahead and build it. Now, if you see, well, I have one of them, I think, hidden, but I have some of the really popular decks and a more expensive. Sabine's one of the cheaper ones, but I have Sabine, I have Vader, I have Kira, right? And these are with all the bells and whistle cards in it and everything. And then I have the Daimo Fett, which actually has some really nice cards in that one too. So I've been able to make 4 really strong decks. And that's having some of the more expensive cards, which help by getting shadows. I keep doing this as a starter. Help by getting more shadows so I had enough to trade, right? You have an extra Crate Dragon, people are going to trade you for a Crate Dragon, things like that. So with Twilight coming out, I was trying to figure out, and this is why I'm kind of doing the review too, trying to figure out how many booster boxes should I buy and then go to singles after that. I think 2 in a pre-release was not enough because I'm still missing a lot. I spent more money on singles and I'm still missing a lot. But then again, when you look at shadows and what I think I spent too much on booster boxes, and I still had to buy some singles, but I could have maybe bought some more singles and saved me. So what I spent on singles after the booster box was like buying a booster box and a half, right? But I got exactly what I wanted. So I think what I'm going to do for Twilight, and because Twilight of the Republic is coming out, coming this Friday, November 1st, is pre-release, and then November 8th is the official. I'm going to get 2 boxes and then play 1 or 2 pre-releases, and then maybe buy some packs here and there and singles where needed, when needed kind of thing until I build out that whole collection. So overall in the review of collecting them, right, it's not a review of the game, the review of collecting up and maybe how to go about it best way. I would say I'm still working on this, guys and gals. But remember, I would say for if you want cards to go ahead and build stuff with, and you only want maybe 1 deck, you're not worried about having a full play set of every card, I would go with 2 to 3 boxes, 2 or 3 boxes, and then get singles after that. If you want a full play set, I would say 3, maybe 4 boxes, and then singles after that. Having the 6 something with buying booster, just the single packs and stuff like that, garnered me way too many common and uncommons, right? I can't even get friends to like take the common and uncommons. So they're just cardboard trash sitting around at that point. But is it fancy when I flip out the set? I know I can build anything I need from that set. I could just open it up and pull those cards out. That's cool. But I think Shadows, I went too much, Spark too little. So I think there's that middle ground. And just to repeat it, if you're looking for maybe 1 deck, the best thing actually, if you're looking for 1 deck, you just want 1 specific deck, you don't care about opening cards or anything, just buy the deck from like TCG Player or whatever. You can look up the decks. You can just on Star Wars Unlimited Database, swudb.com. There's literally a link. You can say, oh, this deck looks really cool. I want it. Click. It'll take you to the TCG Player, has all the cards in the cart, and you just buy. It'll take you a week or 2 to get all the cards, and then you'll have the full deck. If you just want 1 deck, that's the best way. If you want 1 deck and still have some extra cards, maybe mess around and make, like I have a Twin Suns deck here I've made with all my extras. If you want to do that, you want to be able to open some cards and stuff like that, I would say at least 2 booster boxes and 1 pre-release. And of course the starters. The starters give you some good beginning starter cards. So there's that. And then if you want to have a full play set, you're looking at somewhere around, I think, 3 to 4 booster boxes, maybe a pre-release or 2, and then buying singles after that. I don't know if that helps anybody think through this. I've been thinking through it a lot. I thought through it a lot in the beginning. Truth be told, there's no cheap way around it. And then if you really start buying in, like I got into this whole idea, and it was at first because a local game shop had a buy 1, get 1 free because they were moving on this kind of stuff. So I bought 2 of these for the first starter. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. And I was like, oh, now I want 2 for the second starter. So the paraphernalia can start getting expensive. Deck box. I bought the 2 deck boxes, the black one and the red one at first because I was excited. I saw them out at another store. No one had it. It was hard to get anything for the game at that point. I bought them. That's not counting mats. I mean, the mat was cheap. It was a $16, $17 mat. I got the double mat. And then this one was from San Diego Comic Con. And it was basically you bought a starter and got the mat for free, which gave me extra cards to help fill out my Spark set. But beyond that, little crying Lily Faye, it's getting to bedtime for her. But beyond that, that's how I'd say it. 1 deck, that's all you want. Just go buy it on TCG. Find what you want, buy it, done. You want to be able to open packs. You want to have maybe some more cards to play, some more variety to look at. Maybe 2 boxes, right? 2 boxes. And then if you're trying to get a full, and then singles after that, if you're trying to get a full play set of every single card, then you're looking at 3 to 4 probably, and then singles after that. But that's kind of my review of collecting Star Wars Unlimited. This is from Fantasy Fight Games. And of course, it's a 2-player. It can be up to 4 players or even more. You have twin sons that you can play. You can play a format where you just free for all against everyone. You can team up and play. You have all those, but officially it's a 2 to 4 player game. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm Steven with Cardboard Coalition, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.